Hello YouTubers, Doom143. So yeah, I'm back but not back. This is the new setup, I guess. I can't find any of the stuff that I used to do my old setup with, and so I guess this is the new setup. But yeah, this is not a haul, but basically there's so many great things going on in the community right now that I wanted to be a part of, that I figure I might as well take advantage of these things and just go ahead and just support the community. It's so easy to do a lot of these contests, unless the contest has a hard rule, which actually there is one that I really wanted to do, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, there's so many great stuff going on. There's tags, and then there's a couple of contests and going on. So, you know, no disrespect to everybody that I'm doing this contest or the tag for, but I really wanted to just put everything on one video. It's just a little easier for me, just being, you know, if I can just be transparent for a little bit, it's just a little easier for me. My living situation and everything is it's just difficult to kind of put these videos out at certain times, and it's just harder. So you know, no disrespect to anybody, but I wanted to at least support the community and what's going on. So the first thing I wanted to do was congratulate, actually, you know what, let's go back a little bit. So Symphonic Elk, brand new YouTuber. I think this is his 100 sub contest. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's his 100 sub contest. I had a little difficult time with his contest. His first question was a cultural significant comic that I have in my collection, and I don't have that. I don't have anything that is culturally significant to me that I have in my collection. But his second question that he asked was that you show a comic that you got under $10 that you really enjoy or you're proud of. And I guess that would have to be this. So this is Heroic Age. This is the Web of Spider-Man number 8. It's a Heroic Age variant. It's a really hard to find book. I've showed this before in the past, but it's really hard to find. I know CBSI talked about it, and it's just kind of one of those ghost books. And yeah, I found this one for $8, and you know, just kept it on my eBay as a saved comic, and one popped up, and I just had to snap it up, and I was super stoked because there's a bunch of stuff I'm into. One of them is definitely hard to find, rare, just ghost books, and this is one of them. So I was very happy about that. Symphonic Elk also wanted you to shout out a YouTuber under 100 or under 200 preferably. I don't really know where Beaty Comics is, and ironically enough, that's the next thing I'm going to do. But if you guys have not checked out Beaty Comics, please check them out. This guy just came out of the scene. He's blowing up. I think he's heading close to 300. And the guy has great stuff. And he's awesome, man. He's one of those refreshing members in the YouTube comic community that's actually just high-spirited, high positivity, and yeah, just a great overall personality. From the first video I saw, I'm all like, man, this guy's gonna blow up, and next thing you know, I think he's headed towards 300. If not, he's there already. So I'll leave a link to Beaty Comics. Check him out. Great YouTuber. Trust me, just watch one of his videos and you'll know exactly what I mean. It's not hard to sub him up. All you gotta do is press that button out. Like I said, I'll leave the link. All you gotta do is press the sub button, press that bell, boom, you're good to go. Great YouTuber. We can learn from everybody, and I've been learning a lot from him. So yeah, pretty awesome. All right, so speaking of Beaty Comics, he actually had this tag going on. So yes, he had this tag, and it was a tag that was done before, but I wanted, again, just wanted to really support the new YouTubers that's out there. They, like I said, new YouTubers are awesome. They got this positive vibe, this energy that sometimes the community needs. And so he came up with this tag, basically asking us to show him 10 comics that in a state of emergency, you would grab those 10 comics, and those would be the only 10 you could bring with you. So out of all your whole collection, what 10 comics would you take out of a fire or something in a case of emergency? And so I'm going to tell you a real quick story. For y'all that don't know, or for you guys that might know, Hawaii just had a nuclear bomb scare. It was thankfully a false alarm, but it was probably the craziest 20 minutes of my life ever. So many things went through my head. My son, my wife, my son being only 8 years old, my wife and I only being married for 13 years, and thinking about my mom, my dad, my sister, my family. And so just to be quite honest, I know this is kind of a downer or whatever, but in a state of emergency, bro, comics don't even come up in your head. Or if they do, at least you know which ones you want. That's great. But I'll tell you right now, comics didn't even pop up in my head. I own an AF-15. That one's at a bank in a safe, but not even that book, registered. There's fuck the comics. I'll just be quite honest. It was totally fuck the comics. I didn't even think about comics. I did put something up on Instagram, where I got the warning on my phone, and I posted up into Instagram, and then I said, well, I guess this just happened, it's, for 20-25 minutes, people in Hawaii are thinking that an actual nuclear missile was coming to Hawaii. And there was some crazy shit that went on. We're talking about people just did not know what to do. There were some people that was like, oh, well, I guess this is it. But, yeah, it was a crazy moment. But I'll play along with your tag. He also wanted to know which books didn't make the cut. So I have, I think, 4 books that didn't make the cut. And so if I had to run out with 10 comics. So I'll show the 4 books that didn't make the cut. And it's hard, man. It's hard to figure out, which books you would take with you. But Silver Surfer number 4. Just iconic. In every sense of the word, iconic comic. This cover actually just got swiped again in a I want to say it's a store variant, and I think it's the Silver Surfer and the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and it just got swiped. But and that book just sold out. So it just really goes to show the significance of this book and how well known it is. But yeah, this one didn't make the cut. So that one didn't make the cut. This one also did not make the cut. DC Comic presents number 26, the first appearance of the I guess new Teen Titans. You got the first appearance of Cyborg, first appearance of Starfire, and first appearance of Raven in here. So this did not make the cut. This is also signed by George Perez right here. I bought this book for my son because he's a huge Teen Titans Go fan, and I wanted to buy him everything and anything that was the first appearance of Teen Titans. It's kind of weird, but I didn't. I just have to tell my son sorry. I guess I guess what I figured is I can buy this book at any time. I guess that's what I kind of came down to, is which books are harder to buy. That's what I resulted. This book didn't make it either. This one is signed by Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza. the two creators of Deadpool, one writer and one artist. The same beef pretty much that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby had with Spider-Man, kind of, sort of. Um, so yeah, this book didn't make the cut either. Again, it's just one of those books that I just figure I can just always buy it. I don't have to have it in my collection. And this is another, but this is the one that I'm probably the most bummed about that didn't make the cut, and that's my Werewolf by Night 32, first appearance of Moon Knight. Yeah, that was a hard one. So this was pretty much the hardest one out of all the books that I'm like, oh, I gotta let go. And going through my boxes, I was like, damn, man, I'm letting a lot of good stuff go. But like I said, when it comes to these kind of things, especially emergencies and stuff, trust me, you don't even think about your comics, like, or at least in my opinion, you really shouldn't. It should be like the last thing on your mind. Okay, so what books would I keep? Okay, so we're gonna minus the AF-15 because that's already at a bank. So what books am I gonna keep that I have here at home? I would definitely keep this. This is my Venom number 12. This is pretty hard to find variant, so definitely would keep that book. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say it's hard to find. It was hard to find, and then I don't know what happened. I guess Cargo Hold got a hold of a bunch of them, started just throwing them all up on eBay, and but it's still a low printed book. So even if they threw up 50 of these books up on eBay, it's still a very low printed, hard to find Venom book. So that's one of them right there. I'll definitely keep this, the Spider-Man 300. For the obvious significance, but also because it's signed by Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane. So that's, just because of those two signatures alone. Obviously, it's not CGC'd, but, I know I know they signed it. Stan Lee actually signed this for me for free, so that was really cool. And meeting Todd McFarlane was pretty awesome as well, especially being a 90s kid myself, meeting Todd McFarlane finally. That was really, really awesome. So definitely would keep this one. Captain Marvel, number 14. First appearance of Kamala Khan. Fucking hard to find variant. Holy shit. It is. And when this thing does come up for sale, Jesus. Yeah, get your wallet ready. It's not a cheap book at all. And low printed. First appearance. It's just so many great things going into this book. The cool thing is, this is kind of a side note, Amanda Connors is coming to Hawaii for Amazing Con. So this book is getting signed. I think her husband is also coming, and yeah, so this thing is getting signed, it's getting CGC'd, it's getting pressed, it's getting the full VIP treatment, whatever it needs, and super stoked about this one. This one is actually coming with me. So this one is ASM 129, first appearance of Punisher, and this was one of my first, I guess, quote unquote, big books that I bought. I saw it on a comic wall. I had to ask. I had to ask the guy, like, how much did you want for it? Gave me a really good price. It's in a nice condition. It's not a 9 or anything. It's in a really, really nice condition. Again, I'm going to use the word iconic cover, iconic heroes, or in this case at that time, a villain, but yet two iconic heroes, and yeah, just so happy to have this in my collection. So this is one of them that would stay. All right, now on to the slabs that would come with me. No particular order, I guess, but NYX number 3, first appearance of X-23 Lara Kinney. This one I'm bringing mostly for the future investment impact kind of a thing. I don't see why they wouldn't make her into a movie with the success of Old Man Logan. That girl just nailed that freaking part. I loved it. She killed it. And I don't see why. Deadpool is coming out with X-Force. There's been there's been talks that X-23 might join the X-Force. Who knows? I don't know. It's just one of those things. You never know what's going to happen. But yeah, definitely keeping this book right here. Right, her. If I sound a little tired, sorry guys. It's I think it's like 11 o'clock at night right now, or maybe 10:30. Bill Sinkovich, probably one of my top 3 artists. Sorry about the glare. Top 3 artists of all time, and this is my favorite book. This one and Batman Cacophony #3 variant are my 2 favorite Bill Sinkovich covers, and I cannot let this thing go. There is no way. there is no way that I could let this book. Yeah, I would take this. I would definitely take this, especially if I had the time and my wife said it was okay. Grab 10 books. I would definitely grab that one. Low grade or mid grade, I guess in this case. The true definition of mid grade, 5.0. Giant Size X-Men #1. This is the X-Men team I grew up with. This is the X-Men team that I know. This is the X-Men team that I just absolutely loved. I love the diversity of the team. I just love everything about this comic, except for the fact that it's got that tan going on. But I mean, obviously my walls are white and this book is not white. But yeah, definitely love this book. Damn, I feel like I'm saying this again, but it is an iconic cover. It's an iconic book, iconic story. So many first appearances. Oh my gosh. Second appearance of Wolverine. You got first appearance of the new X-Men just in general. First appearance of Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Thunderbird. I mean, geez, so awesome book. Like one of the books to have. And I think everybody who is a comic collector, whether you're a Marvel guy, a DC guy, I think this should always be on your radar, no matter what. Whether you like variants only, it doesn't matter. That is just one of those books you should have in your collection. All right, this book right here, The Lotto, has to come with me. X-23 #1, The Lotto variant. I have to keep this in my collection. If, like I said, if I had the opportunity to go back and grab 10 books, and I'm just going to keep on saying it. I know it's a broken record, but trust me, when these things happen, you don't give a shit about your comics. But if I had a chance, yeah, definitely keep this. Love The Lotto, love this cover. Hate the fact that they came out with that fucking Virgin variant. I'll just be quite honest. I'll just be transparent on that as well. I hate the fact that they brought out that Virgin cover. I hate the story behind that Adi Granoff was actually supposed to make a cover, but he didn't meet the deadline, so they just pulled the X-23 #1 cover and decided to slap it on there. Yeah, excuse me. Just hate it. sorry, but yeah, just fucking can't stand it. But love having this book, so super stoked on that one. Not a cheap book as well. And the last one that I would keep, ironically enough, this would actually be, if I only could choose one book, it would actually be this one. So yeah, if I only had time to grab one book out of my whole collection, it'd be this one. This one is Mighty Avengers #3. It has Iron Man. It has Eminem in front of Eminem's house where he grew up in Detroit. And yeah, just growing up, I've been a huge Eminem fan from the first time I heard him on with Dre in the radio. And I didn't even know, who the rapper was. I was just like, I'm really into music, really into hip hop. I used to be a DJ as well. I'm a guy who really, I can't stand good beats with crappy lyrics, and I can't stand the other way around, like great lyrics and a crappy beat. And it just so happened that I felt like Eminem was bringing out some of the best stuff, some of the wittiest stuff too. So yeah, just really followed him throughout his whole career. I mean, granted, a lot of his stuff was kind of like, whoa, it's kind of crazy. I don't think an Eminem could exist now with all these SJWs and all this stuff happening out in the real world. But when he came out, it was freaking nuts. It was awesome, and I just absolutely loved it. And I love this, having this book. The only book I'm missing that would be better than this book would be that Punisher Eminem that I'm still trying to find, man. I'm still trying to find that book. So yeah, those would be the 10 books that I would take with me in case of an emergency if I had that opportunity. So the next contest I'm gonna do is for Alfred 83. So Alfred made 300 subs, man. Congratulations, bro. You definitely deserve it, bro. Great YouTuber. Probably one of the, I would say definitely one of the best hunters we have here in the community. Whether you know it or not, Alfred's pretty awesome when it comes to his hunting game, bro. Like he's got it on pretty hard. So yeah, huge congratulations to him and all his finds. He just wanted to see some sexy ass covers. Just to let you know, Alfred, you know, Pornhub and YouPorn it's free, so you don't need my comics to kind of help you out. But hey, if what helps you out, bro, I'll help you out, man. Oh, by the way, I'll leave a link to everybody that I'm touching base with on this one. All right, so you just want to see some sexy covers, so here we go. Vampirella number 19, Perillo cover, just freaking beautiful. Absolutely love this one. One of my favorite Adam Hughes, Fairest. What number is this? Like number 3 or something? Yeah, Fairest number 3. I've been wanting this book for a long time. I could not find it here in Hawaii at all. And when I did find it, I didn't want to pay the price that they were asking for. Found this on an auction, had to pick it up. So, boom, had to pick that one up. I forgot what number this is. I want to say it's number 11. Vampirella number 11. I think it's a Mayhew cover. Man, just gorgeous. I just love how she's looking down into mirror. I just think this is an absolutely gorgeous cover. The realism in this is just awesome. The pose is just, it's hot. Everything about this cover is fucking hot, bro. Like super hot. Absolutely love this one. Miss Fury, number 1 from Alex Ross. This is a recent pickup, maybe about 2 months ago. This thing is starting to pick up some steam. People are starting to figure out this comic. And yeah, just a gorgeous cover. That's all it is. Alex Ross always does really good job. I mean, I have my flaws about him, but he's really awesome. Going back to Adam Hughes, Catwoman 51. Can we see the similarities here? Yep. Alright, so Catwoman 51. This is pretty much an obvious choice, I think, for everybody when it comes to sexy covers. You got the lost numbers right here. Just a beautiful pose, and just the realism, and yeah, on this comic is just outstanding. So definitely had to add this one. Super stoked. Recent pickup. This thing is fucking ghost. Gen 13 number 2, European variant. J. Scott Campbell. Man, when I found this thing, I was ecstatic. I could not believe I found this freaking comic, and had to pick it up. Super good price on it too. I think there's one listed on eBay right now, but it is not cheap. But luckily for me, I found one at a really good price. I've been trying to look out for all of these Euro variants, especially with covers that don't exist here in America, or they haven't brought out the cover in America. So yeah, really awesome. Glad to have this one in my collection. Speaking about J. Scott Campbell, we got more J. Scott Campbell. I mean, if it's sexy covers, I mean, you gotta have J. Scott Campbell, right? You gotta have J. Scott Campbell. You gotta have Perillo. You gotta have Adam Hughes. You gotta have Dave Stevens in there somewhere. Yeah, so yeah, definitely. When it comes to sexy covers, Greg Horn, geez, there's just a list of people. But anyway, so this is Grim Fairy Tales 75. This is a random act of kindness from Seeking Near Comics. So have to tell him thank you for this one. Can't even find this. I don't think there's even one listed on eBay right now. The past couple have sold, but these things in the 9.8, very hard to get with the all white. But yeah, definitely love this one. So have to thank Seeking Near for that one. I wonder if he forgot he gave me that one. This one is from my boy Freddy's 562. Check that bad boy out. Delicious, 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 juicy. That's what you wanted, Alfred, right? You wanted juicy, right? There you go, juicy, juicy, sexy. I'm not even going to talk about it. We're just going to look at it for a little bit and just enjoy J. Scott Campbell's work for a little while. All right, that was good enough. All right, and the last one. You gotta have some Power Girl in there. You gots to. Number 27, Power Girl 27. Yeah, just fucking absolutely love this cover. Sexy, sexy, sexy. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one up here, and I'm gonna do the last part of my contest, or last part, which is Moua. Moua made 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. The guy is a freaking legend to me. Honestly, he's one of the guys that I started watching before I even started doing YouTube. And then when I started doing YouTube, I just kept watching him. And the guy's just an absolutely great collector. He's just very knowledgeable. Really awesome guy, man. Just one of my... how should I say this? One of the guys that I guarantee that I'll watch like from beginning to end. Like there's no way about it. Like, because I feel like if I skip something, I'm gonna miss something, and the guy is just dropping knowledge all the time when it comes to books. So yeah, he wanted to ask 2 questions. The first question was, what advice would you give to yourself as a younger collector? What advice would you give yourself? You know, as far as like comic collecting wise goes. I'm laughing because in all honesty, I would tell myself not to collect comics. Like, just don't do it. It's a drug, it's a bad habit. It takes you away from your family, it takes money away from things that you could have invested in better. You know, I don't even know, just the books you guys saw within this video, I don't even know how many thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars all of that is. So yeah, I probably would have told myself just not to collect comics. Just don't even do it. You know, prior to comics, and I'm still in it now, but prior to comics, I was heavy into the stock market, and I was doing really, really well there. And you know, I decided to take a break and just kind of just get back into comic collecting. And it's kind of spiraling out of craziness. Collecting comics has also led me to watching YouTube and doing YouTube, and that just made things even worse as far as comic collecting. So what would I tell myself? I would probably tell myself not to collect comics. Invest your time in your family, invest your time in yourself, in your health, invest your time in and just other things. I would probably just tell myself, invest your time and money into other things that's more profitable and I guess more self-motivating and stuff like that. As far as what movies I would like to watch, that's coming up in 2018, 2019. Anything superhero related, anything science fiction related, with the exception of Pacific Rim. I think that movie looks stupid. But other than that, anything to do with superhero. I don't care if it's DC, I don't care if it's Star Wars, I don't care if it's Marvel, I don't care if it's Star Trek. Hell, they could make Back to the Future again, a remake. I'll watch it. Anything that's in that genre, I'll definitely watch it. And those are the movies I'm looking forward to. But yeah, all right. So we got all of that out of the way. Thank you so much. I know this is a long video, but most of my videos are anyway. So there we go. That's what it is. So I haven't done this in a while, but to the rest of the community, shoots and mahalos.